Yeah, so this is a tough one because the medical model, as we understand it, is a little bit different than the social model of disability. In the medical model, there's a term that we think that's ingrained, which talks about ableism. And with that, I'll turn over to Jay to explain a little bit more.
Well, ableism, from our understanding, is that it is a discrimination against people who are disabled, and it's a societal belief that people who are abled, that is more preferred and it's more normal, and then so. Based on the medical model, whenever we need to have have some assistance or funding for our son, we find that we have to actually emphasize a lot of the negative things about what he cannot do in order to get help for him. But actually what we think is we have learned over the years that there is actually a better model, and it is called the social model of disability. And what that is that it says that people are disabled, but it doesn't mean that they're less abled, like what the medical model says. But people are disabled because of society, and then they're disabled by the barriers that are put against them, such as their environment and also what people's attitudes are.
Yeah. I'll give a practical example. So for myself, as you can see, I wear glasses, right? So I have a visual impairment, a visual disability, if you will. Without this, I don't function very well. However, as Jay explained, our society has kind of normalized or accepted people wearing glasses or contacts. So in a way, a person's disability is somewhat governed and influenced and impacted by society, and that's a social model disability. Somebody wearing glasses, more or less, is accepted, functions fairly well, it's supported by society. Whereas a person in a wheelchair would probably face more barriers. Think about all the curbs and all the steep slopes. So that's just one example why we think the medical model is a little bit different than the social model of disability.
Mm-hmm. And I think right now, us as parents, being advocates for our child, it's a little bit easier in terms of asking for funding from the government or different organizations. That's because we're the ones doing it. In order to get those assistance, we need to say, oh, these are the things that our son cannot do, therefore he needs the assistance from you. But also in the long run, we're thinking about, how about our child, when he grows older, he's going to be the one who has to do this himself. And then how is it fair that he has to actually emphasize all the negative things about himself in order to get the assistance? So we hope to be advocates, right now, try to be change makers while he's still young, and then so that we can help people like our son and with other people with disabilities too, so that in the future, maybe hopefully one day, these people will be able to get the assistance that they need without having to emphasize all the negative aspects of what they cannot do.